Well, thank you for clicking on, and this is Raft. So this is the newest out of all my presentations, and it was obviously born out of the whole COVID thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be COVID. A lot of people are saying, listen, we're so over COVID now. I wish we could be. But basically what it's about, it's during tough times, and when tough times hit us, we need to have something that helps us get through it. So in the other presentations, I speak about how companies keep asking about they need to think outside the box and the staff needs to think outside the box. Well, I spoke about change for many years. I still do. And the problem is that people look at me and say, yes, but it's not really relevant. It's not, we must change. I know I must change my health. I must change my fitness. I must change my marriage. I know our sales team must change. I know our marketing must change. I know our business model must change. But they never do it. Why? They say to you, thank you for your presentation, but it's not really relevant because people are stuck in their comfort zones. Okay? So what happens? The universe, the entire universe, the planet turns around and goes, you know what? Let us send you a real event. And that's what it did. It sent us a real event that forced us to do things like not pay people to come to work, but pay them to work. Have you got it? For the last 20, 30 years, I've been saying to people that they don't have to be paid to come to work. They just need to put output. And companies couldn't see it. We could not see that people could actually work on their own by themselves. It was a stretch of the mind until there was a real event. And that real event has now caused everybody to be able to work from home. So now that the real event has taken place in many instances, and as I said, it can't just be COVID. It could be a merger and acquisition. It could be a closing down of a plant. Anything that happens, okay, that actually shakes you. In other words, it burns the box. So the invitation to think outside the box has now been withdrawn. Why? Because the box is burnt. So now you need to survive and thrive outside the box. So it's no use to think outside the box. Now you have to act outside the box. So what I unpack are the 4 key actions that you need to do in order for you to survive and thrive outside the box. And I labeled it RAFT, R-A-F-T. Simple. R is rectitude, attitude, fortitude, and tenacity. Those are the 4 things. In layman's term, first of all, rectitude, moral or correct behavior. If you want to build a brand for you and your company right now, build it based on somebody who does what they say they're going to do, someone who keeps their word and someone who does what is right, not because someone is watching, because it's the right thing to do. That's going to be a powerful brand going forward. The next one is attitude, but the attitude is one of resilience, one of tenacity, one of rectitude, of attitude. An attitude that says we're not going to give up, we're not going to quit, okay? So it's more of a resilience attitude as opposed to a raw attitude, which by the way we still need. Okay, fortitude is doing the tough things under fire. So basically, when times are tough, when the phones are ringing off the hook, where there's no stock, when there's no availability, when there's problems, when there's supply chain, whatever the problems are, we need that person who stands up in the midst of all that and says, you know what, we're going to keep plowing away and we are going to do this. If we have to do it differently, we're going to do it differently. And that's where the key comes in. We talk about some of the bravest people do things that are different in the line of fire, okay? And that's what rectitude is, attitude and fortitude. Finally, of course, it's tenacity. Tenacity is just basically never give up, never quit. Don't quit on your job, don't quit on your people, don't quit on their deal, don't quit on the client. And obviously, in a personal level, never quit on your kids. And just a little note, most of the presentations that I do, I always talk about the person because I'm a firm believer that you can't be a person of rectitude at work if you're not one of rectitude at home. You can't have a great attitude at work if you don't have a great attitude at home. It's the people we are. We can't come to work and pretend to be something that we're not. That's why I wrote Raft. Raft is a lot of fun. It's inspirational. In fact, whenever you write a new talk, you always worry, is it going to work? And the feedback that I've got from this one, and more importantly, the roller coaster, because that's what I do. I take people on a roller coaster. In other words, we get them laughing and you drop them down to something serious and you get them laughing. So you put them through an experience. That's why whenever people come to me after a presentation, they find it very difficult to put in words. They go, thank you for the, they can't say presentation, they can't say keynote because it was more than that, but it wasn't a show. It was and I say to them, it was an experience. So if they laughed and they cried and if they felt, remember, nobody will remember what you said. They only remember how you made them feel. Okay? I love Raft. It's new, it's cool, and I'd love to present it to your people. So get a hold of Sam, and if you need any more gumph, just read on the things and we'll send you stuff if you're one of those reading types. Okay? I'll see you soon.